Hey there guys, so it's Neil D93 here, and in this VOD I'm going to present you Annie the Dark Child. So it's my first VOD for League of Legends, so hope you enjoy it. So I picked Annie because she's a pretty relatively easy to use mage, and is pretty strong at lower levels. So pretty much over here I set myself with the 9-0-21 mastery build, so that pretty much means I got some ability power, went into magic penetration, and then just went down the utility tree. So anyway, over here with Annie, as she's a mage, I'm just going to go ahead and start with the Dorian's Ring here. So that gives me some health, mana regeneration, ability power, so pretty much all things mages typically need. So one thing, I'm gearing this VOD more at like some of the newcomers to League of Legends in the clan, so hopefully I'll try and go over a few basic concepts that'll hopefully just help in general with all champions, not just Annie, but again, Annie's a pretty easy to use champion. I highly recommend you to use her, especially when you're starting off. She's really great. Alright, so anyway, I'm laning with Malphite here, and you'll soon see we're laning against Janna and Blitzcrank. So we have to be careful because Blitzcrank has his hand grab, which can do quite a bit of damage to relatively squishy characters, which would be me. Malphite is not squishy at all. He's a tank. That's not really so much a problem there. My Fraps is kind of having some issues now, so just bear with it. I fix it pretty soon, though. Alright, so anyway, over here, one of the first things in League of Legends you need to know is that when you kill minions, you get gold. So pretty much you want to try and kill minions, so you want to really kill as many minions as possible, so you just get more gold. Pretty simple stuff. Also, you get experience points for being around when minions die, whether or not you kill them, doesn't matter. So pretty much one important thing is called last hitting. So that pretty much means you want to hit a minion, like what I just did there, right before it dies, then you get the 22 gold or 30 gold or however much the bigger minions give, as much as possible. The thing is that you don't want to hit them, you don't want to constantly be attacking them, because from then is that all the minions just die too fast, and then you're left with your minions just pushing up, and you overextend with your lane mate. So overextending pretty much means you pass a distance that's a bit unsafe from your turret. So you want to be close to your turret because that provides you with a nice aura of protection there. And so pretty much if you go like way past the river at this point, that's considered overextending. So over here, Janna and Blitzcrank, they're kind of overextending. So since our team has a jungler who's Udyr, it's going to be pretty easy for him to come in and gank them soon, because they're really way up ahead of the river. So he can just come in from behind them down the river and stun them while me and Malphite do some damage also, and should be pretty quick, easy work taking them down. So over here you notice, just with Annie, some basic things in general. Anyway, I already told you to start with my Dorian's Ring. So I started with my Q ability, which is Incinerate. So pretty much you see me use that several times. It pretty much means the fireball thing I shoot at people. So that's pretty low cooldown, which is nice. It does a decent amount of damage. Also, the nice thing I like about it is that it's a great farming tool, because once I use it and on a kill, so if I kill a minion with it, I get the mana cost refunded, which is really nice. So the key thing about Annie here is her passive means that every 5 spells she casts, she stuns. So pretty much I want to be casting quite a bit of spells. So you just saw there with Blitzcrank, I shone with my Q, Incinerate, when I had a stun ready, and then used my W, which is the Fan of Flames, I forget the exact name, and then it did quite a bit of damage to him, which is nice. So again, over there, you just saw that Blitzcrank was able to grab my Malphite, and they did do quite a bit of damage to him. I mean, fortunately, they grabbed him, not me. I was being careful. I'm trying to keep some minions between me, so that if Blitzcrank tries to grab me, he'll get a minion instead, which is generally a good idea if you're playing against Blitzcrank. Alright, so yeah, so pretty much my main combo at this level is I will build up my spells until I get level 5, at which time you'll see above my spells I have a little fire mark there, or around me you see I have white. So anyway, Udyr comes there, so I let Blitzcrank grab me, and then go ahead and while Udyr is attacking him, I stun him, and then finish him off with my W attack, which is the Fan of Flames, or whatever it's called. So pretty much that's one thing that's really useful about junglers. Junglers really help you get those early game kills. So you notice, like, Malphite and I, we were kind of defensive, and I mean, we really did not have any significant advantage, probably maybe even a disadvantage earlier on in the stage, but all it took was that one gank from our jungler to completely change the scale. So now, I mean, I'm feeling very comfortable in this lane. Udyr and Malphite left. They both are going to gank middle, it looks like. So, and they succeeded, which also helped out the middle. I mean, I'm not exactly sure why Malphite went also, but I mean, it's usually best to stay in the lane, as, I mean, I'm pretty much now just getting solo lane experience, as is Janna. His Blitz died and obviously is not in the lane, so just farming up. Notice I have my stun ready, so I can always try and use my Q on Janna and then followed by a W, but unfortunately she's aware of that, so she's trying to keep a safe distance from me. So, yeah, so you also notice for my summoner spells here, I took Flash and Ignite. So for bursty mages like Annie, Ryze, Veigar, people like the Sion if you're playing him as AP, I like getting Flash, but that really gives you element of surprise. You can jump out at the enemy, stun them, do quite a bit of damage, and then it's all good. For other mages, Ghost is a nice option. You should have one at least spell like that. So over there, you notice I used my Flash jump out on her. I just got my ultimate, so I was able to use Tibbers, which is my ultimate, my pet teddy bear, which I'm sure Fuzzy likes quite a bit, and plopped that on her when I had my stun ray. So pretty much it stunned Janna, did a ton of damage, and I followed it up with my Q and W, and then I just used my E, which is a shield. Pretty much gives magic resistance and armor to myself, which is a nice thing to have. Protects me a bit. Also, most important use is that it gives me another stun soon. Right, it builds up my five spells needed to stun. So, fortunately, Jen also had a flash, so she was able to escape after that. But I mean, I did a ton of damage, so she pretty much had to go back, which pretty much took away some of her experience she would have gone otherwise, and made me get easy laning, much easier laning. But of course, Blitzcrank came, so not completely contested, but still, I mean, I've been doing pretty well so far this game. I mean, I haven't had to go back yet. I've gathered up quite a bit of gold. I think, you can see I'm at like 1,700 gold. So, yeah, so, I mean, pretty much enjoying how this game's going so far. So you notice I'm going to keep lasting those minions. I'm leveled up my Disintegrate to 3 now. My W, which is the Incinerate, or Disintegrate, Incinerate, something like that, is level 2. My shield, I just took 1 point in early, just mostly for that spell counter to help me get my 5 spells needed for the stun. And as you can see, I'm last hitting quite a few minions, mostly with my Q and my auto attacks. Because the Q refunds mana again, remember, so just see there, I got my 24 gold. So, I mean, I'm netting up quite a bit of gold. I'm sure I've outfarmed Blitzcrank and Janna, because they don't seem to be enjoying this laning experience that much. Malphite, I'm not exactly sure. He's running around way too much for my liking. I mean, he should be in the lane, but I mean, oh well. I mean, losing out a bit of experience, but I mean, we are getting quite a few kills on the team. I think so. I mean, pretty much enjoying it here. So here I'm getting a little bit low in health, so I'm probably going to go back soon, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so pretty much that is most of... So pretty much, yeah, I'm just trying to get those few last hits. I'm really backed up into my turret, a bit nervous about Blitzcrank and Janna, because with this low health, Blitzcrank, if he can grab me, I'm pretty much dead. Oh, but I guess Blitzcrank left. But anyway, even Janna, I mean, she's a support character, but I mean, her tornadoes can do quite a bit of damage. Also, I'm at 2,000 gold here. So notice, like, I'm staying in my lane for a really long time. So when I go back, I am probably going to get Catalyst the Protector, which is pretty much the blue thing with Infinity Sign, for you guys who don't know what it is, made up of a mana crystal and a red ruby crystal. So it gives me mana, health, and also every time I level up, it increases my mana and health. So that's a really great item for mages, especially for Annie, because the thing about Annie is that rather than stacking ability power, I also like stacking a bit of survivability. It just helps her out a bit. So I hope you enjoyed part 1 of my VOD. I'll see you again in part 2. Thank you.